Boom! Life is freaking beautiful. Greetings, Frank. An honor once again. It's always a great divine moment to sit with you and reason, because now we can reason. We're not in fear no more. You know, that's what they do. They keep you in fear, but very subtle fear, so you cannot freaking reason about anything and ask questions.
Yes.
So I'm glad to be here today and be able to let go of fear and able to reason with you, Frank, on PT's book.
Yes.
Today
Same.
we have we're at the primary. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a very good one. Like usually we do French and English, and but we don't obviously reason in English because Frank reason in French because Frank doesn't speak French. But we do the English. We just do the French reading, which is fine too. So the primary. I'll let you start with this, Frank.
All right, let's go. The primary. Majority of people here are very into the peripheral, secondary, and tertiary, but they have little or no interest in the primary. Thus, all the frustration and madness as they wonder/scream why nothing ever really works out for them. Primary has the root prime for a reason, and prime has the root p for a reason.
Le primaire, pas l'école primaire. But I'm not talking about primary school, but the primary, probably reason why we're here. Like, la majorité des gens ici sont intéressés par le secondaire et le tertiaire périphérique, mais ils ont très peu ou pas d'intérêt pour le primaire, expliquant toute la frustration et la folie puisqu'ils crient, gémissent, se demandant pourquoi rien ne fonctionne vraiment pour eux. Primaire à la racine prime pour une raison et prime a la racine P pour une raison. Yes, most people, he says, most people are into secondary and tertiary. I say most people are into nothing at all. Into fucking nothing at all. Like, even secondary and tertiary is something. If you're into this, because now it can lead to primary eventually. But I say most are into nothing at all because they have zero awareness of who they are, where they are, what to do, committing the biggest crime against humanity, pretending to know what to do here. Exactly. So even he's being nice by saying primary, secondary, and tertiary. Yeah. That's very nice. I would even put it worse. But anyway, that's good that he says the secondaire, le tertiaire, everything that is peripheral. Like, they do not want to go to the core of their own being. They just go around on the surface. They never really also put importance on the primary reason why we're here, but it's also it's the norm for all because we have zero awareness. So how do you want to put importance on something that is primary if you don't even have awareness it exists?
Exactly.
Like, so, you know,
sound the alarm.
Yeah, sound the siren, we hear it. So, you know, if you have no awareness, and that's what a bit I was reflecting on the other day, you cannot even think for yourself. Like, the programming goes very, very deep, and for that reason, you're always stuck on the outside, never really pulling yourself out of that picture to look at the big picture of yourself. And when we talk here, most of the time, we're talking about you, not the controllers or the deceivers, or because we are all part of the controllers and deceivers. And, you know, there is bigger evil people in this world, definitely, that do really bad things to this world and to the people of this world, definitely. Very evil stuff, but we are also doing all the evil rituals for them, which we don't, you know, celebrating birthdays and all that stuff, all the dates and that calendar, all the time stuff that we relate to, and all this will keep you locked in a secondary and tertiary lock forever. So if you want to access the primary reason, and also this is the key to permanent happiness, that's another one. Once you put the focus on the primary reason why you're here, it's the key to permanent happiness. You want it? You want to open the door? Because now there's a door for you. You know, like I said to you before, we're handing you a key to permanent happiness. Will you open the door? That's on you. Because there's no boredom behind that door. There's no boredom, no hell. It's just unknown heaven, because you don't have a clue of what can happen to you once you start embracing the light and the divine love.
Yeah.
So you need to do this. That's your true nature. Your true nature is not to go around and destroy. That's not it. That's not mine. That's not yours. So if it's not mine, it's not the neighbor's one. So we're all linked together. So I think once enough of us also will put focus on what is really primary to do, like not watch TV and stuff, and get really into the core of your being, into what really matters, you can explode in full joy, happiness, bliss, and all those great feelings that you have never felt before. You have never, first of all, I've said it how many times here, you've never been loved, you have never loved. Start realizing that first. And then you're going to start probably to feel true, genuine, higher and divine love within your heart, within your whole being, your whole cells will feel it. Like you will become a magnet of truth, a magnet of positivity, a magnet of divine. Like that's what you're gonna. That's why people can't really, and they complain when something don't go right for them, or they're not like, they don't feel divinely protected or guided, and they go out and do all kinds of freaking evil stuff. That's it. Like even executing people with guns. Like you even do that. Like, you even go out and kill others just for the benefit of that evil system. So for sure, once you let go of all this, now you have access to the primary, and on the primary route, you have P, definitely.
Yeah.
And he's a good navigator.
Exactly.
A good captain. He's good for you because he's the truth. You know why PT is good for you? Because he represents the truth. And that's what you need. You don't need no more lies. I'm telling you. You don't need that shit. You need to focus on truth, reality, let go of fiction, and focus on the primary reason why you're here is to pray, primary praise. Come with the P2, praise higher and divine. Stop praising that evil system. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Like you can do this. It's hard. I get it. It's easier to let ourselves be mind controlled because we don't have work to do on ourselves. But the whole reason why you're here maybe is to escape this matrix and see if you can divine up some awareness while you're on Earth.
Yes.
It's on you, Frank.
Yeah, the primary. This is a great P-log because one of the things that like P references, especially when it comes to when you start exploring like the spiritual market and the avenues and what is available out there, when people come to the Vedic thing, they often get there's a lot of what you would say is like kind of like twinkling, kind of glamorous looking things, and it's not, and they're real and they're true, but like you got to start on the ground first before you really start getting up to the higher thing. So like P's talking about starting with the primary, right? And so what is the most basic primary? What are you born with? What are you breathing? What are you, these basic foundational bits that are essential to your survival. And a lot of people get drawn into the twinkling lights, which isn't a bad thing because it can bring, like you said, it can bring you to the primary, So when you start looking at the stars, and maybe people get curious about something like astrology, which is a science that is part of the Vedic tradition, but that's not where you begin, because that's a very advanced degree. That's a very, you're going graduate level, beyond graduate level concepts.
Even me, I don't even look at it yet really deeply because I'm not there yet.
Yeah, right. Because it's very advanced, and it has basic components that make up the foundation of what it is. Whenever you break it down to what it is in its simplest form, but like we said, that's not where you start. So P, he
Should we start? You talk about the celestial body. Should we start? Because I feel often like very linked to the sun and the moon.
yeah.
So maybe this is the start to kind of understand what the sun is and the moon, and then you go above with the stars.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they are key components to existence here, right? Without them, the things wouldn't be operating in the same way. We need the sun, we need the moon. They play key roles, and also those energies are also within us too, in the sense of existence is operating on like multiple levels at the same time. There is metaphorical and like things that are going like sun, moon, solar, lunar, masculine, feminine, and like, like positive, negative, like in terms of like a balance of energies, and like all that is operating within us, and it's operating outside of us. It's part of a divine formula, But before we even get to any of that stuff, P saying, all right, first, like you probably remember hearing P say this. First, people need to realize that they are a being, because so many people don't even realize something as simple as I am a being. They're like, oh, I'm Joe Schmo. I'm a worker at this place, or and they relate to all these titles that I'm a brother. I'm a I'm a father. I'm
a
a
carpenter. I'm this. Yeah.
Exactly. And you just you think of yourself as all these things, but what are you in the core of you're a being, And so that starts to link you to this bigger picture, So I'm a being and I want well-being. These are kind of the things that P is like. People need to start with these things, because it's the beginning, is the first steps toward actually starting to realize who you are, what are the simple steps you need to take for your well-being and in time your evolution. How can you stop sabotaging yourself by increasing your awareness about how you're going to treat yourself? What are you going to eat? What type of sensory input are you going to give yourself? Are you going to be watching these like horror flicks, or are you going to be like listening to all this news or music that's basically influencing you in subtle ways that you might not catch on to at first, but it's sending you a message? There's all these like encoded messages in all this media and music and movies and stuff like that it will put an imprint on your mind. It will put, and you start, like so many people, and P's mentioned this before too. They'd be like, why did you do that? And they'd be like, well, I saw it in a movie. Or like, why'd you act like that? Why are you talking like that? Why are you, why did you do what you did? And you get influenced by all these things that we've seen that has just become normalized, right, over time.
Yeah, and you go put it on your license plate on your car too. Yesterday I was on the road and I saw a guy in front of me, Walter White, with the Heisenberg logo face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, that goes far. Even on your car, you put like, and also I was talking about like, if you don't have those images of those movies in your head, like I was saying to Kim yesterday, I can imagine like maybe 400 or 500 years ago, people with swords and stuff and going to battles and shit. But maybe it never really was like that, because I just seen that in movies.
Right.
Vikings and gladiators and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it never really existed.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just all man-made stuff. Maybe we were very much more advanced in technology and stuff before.
Very
And that's
possible.
why the pyramid and all that stuff you see around, maybe it's all man-made. Who knows?
The winners rewrite history again and again to basically, and that's what's happening right now, because we're in a time in which the people who are operating and controlling the bigger governmental systems and stuff like that, they operate on a basis of deception.
Oh,
So they work in a way to fool the people so that they'll have all the slaves that they need, because people would not willingly just basically give up their entire life to serve people who are not going, who don't have the interest of people's well-being or evolution in mind. So like, yeah, it would make sense to want to be able to serve somebody who knows more than you and can actually tell you the right things to do. And it's actually going to be beneficial to nature, the environment, and it's not going to be like killing or harming people. Like we want to work for something that makes sense. We want to work for something that's going to be positive and beneficial for our own selves and the larger whole. And we don't want to give our energy and our time and our effort towards something that's parasitical to the elements, the nature of the earth, and all these kind of things.
The
So we
time,
have to open our
time
eyes.
is,
to start
yeah,
seeing.
the time thing is what they want to capture from you the most.
Yeah, because that's what you have. You have time, you have attention, and so they
What's the
start.
biggest fortune you have is your time.
Oh yeah,
Your time on earth. This
exactly.
is divine. This is so. I give thanks for every minute, every second I breathe. Come on, this is because I know today. I don't believe it's a divine experience. I know it is.
Yes,
Very big difference when you
and like
start.
he said, is like you have like the time that you have is the opportunity that you have to take action that's going to be able to determine not only what is the quality of your present moment, but your future. You start to use what you do in the present creates what's going to be coming in the future for you. And that's why P says action is paramount. So you got to find out what are the actions that you need to do to start to become established in truth, centered, like have a divine centric type of being, a type of life. And then you be continuous in that, be consistent, and keep coming back to the center, keep putting your focus on nature, divine well-being. How am I going to take care of myself? These are like the primary things. And like P says, the basics for people is like having an awareness and, having good posture. That's going to affect your being, not only your physical well-being, but it's going to affect your mental state. It's going to affect so many different layers, right? So posture, grounding yourself to the earth, having the proper body electrics, because we have our body is an electrical mechanism, electrical tool, and the earth is there to help ground us. In the past, like beings weren't so disconnected from the earth. Beings were very connected with the earth, touching the trees and the plants.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was telling Kim the other day again, I reason a lot with my wife, but she's not mine, but maybe she is. I don't know. Kim, I like to call her. I don't like to say my wife, like she's doesn't belong to me. Like I don't know. Maybe that's what we do with people we love. We kind of call them our own.
Right.
Maybe it's not wrong. Anyway, Kim. So I was saying about the Holy Trinity that this is why we're gone so unnatural, is because the Holy Trinity within us is not operating at a high level where it should be, because you have the sun. You look outside in nature, we need food, the trees to grow, and for the whole of nature to grow, you need dirt, you need soil, but I like to call it dirt because in what I'm going to say, dirt is better. And you need the sun, you need the light, and you need the water. So it's good to have the sun, but if there's no dirt and there's no water, you cannot grow anything. So now you have that same Holy Trinity within you. If you want to turn the switch on in your head, you can. Good news today, you can turn the switch on and have a light inside instead of being in the dark and have the switch off. So just flick the switch on. Whoop, there's the light. Now you're like the sun, shining like the sun. Then you go inside and you might find some dirt. So out of dirt, and seeds always grow out of darkness. So maybe it's necessary to go through some dark stuff in order to reach the light. Like most people that have went through the most dark times in their life are the one exhibiting the most light.
It's a catalyst, right?
Yeah, it's a catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are willing to see the dirt that there is within you, you start planting a seed. The water, you have it in crystallized form within your body, so it holds all the memory. And they say water holds. Look, you can do experiment that will prove it. I'm not just saying something like this, but if the memory is held by the water, then you have memory of, you start to remember things once you start getting in touch with that crystalline water within yourself, and you start really like thinking for yourself. So all these things will allow you to grow that seeds that's within you, because now you have turned the switch on. You recognize the dirt and the water of life. So now you can grow out of this stupid darkness that we've been living in all our life, because I was there. I know by experience. Everything I say here is by experience. I've been there. I have been a freaking muggle with no magic. I was sitting at the kitchen table yesterday with my son, and he was asking me a deep question. And it's funny the reaction that they have when they're young, that they think that there is no God, there is nothing, no creator and stuff, and everything comes out of nothing. And like we have this thinking, we're programmed that way to really think that we come out of nothing. But once you start recognizing exactly that divinity that there is outside, with the sun, the ground, the water, the birds and everything. Maybe the birds too are there to affect nature with their songs. Like they say that the bird chirping early in the day. I don't like to use the word morning, but early in the day, they might wake up something in nature. Like it's a signal. So everything works in synergy and harmony together. But you are not in harmony. If you are nature, if I am nature, what I think I am the earth because I have a heart. But you're not the earth because you have a cold heart. So you detach yourself completely from what it is to be a human being, because you're not even a being. You don't even know you're a being. Like you can emit that light, that divine light of the sun. And so it's very, very deep, and the work you have to do on yourself to go to that dirt and plant that seed there and open the light bulb and let the water flow through all this is major work. And I think that's why most people decline it when it comes time to reach. And it's a slow work. It's a work that will be for many, many. It's a lifetime thing. It's a life work. But plant your seed, and that's where I was going with that, is that Holy Trinity is within us also, the sun, the water, and the dirt. And it's funny how in English you associate the word dirt with dirty. Like why not soil? Soil sounds more like soil. And high, you have the soul and the eye. So the soil. The soil. I like the soil. Dirt, I don't know, not so much. But to explain what I wanted to explain, I use the word dirt because there is something filthy within you, something very dirty that you're not even aware about. Like it's crazy. Once you start digging in and start to dig the dirt, it's like same thing. If dig the ground, it's amazing the stuff you find. The ground, all the bugs and the worms and stuff. It's amazing. So it's very rich. So maybe there's something very rich within you, within your dirt also.
Yeah, exactly. And all the stuff that, is not usable anymore. I mean, the earth can compost that and make it reusable again. And so all the energy that we have taken in and is caused kind of interference or confusion we can take all that and like transform it and use it as a fuel to propel us toward, like, once we can start having this awakening process, getting to the primaries, getting to the basics, starting to take care of ourselves, we can look back in the past, and we don't have to do that for too much, but we can just recognize all of the things that like led us to places where maybe we weren't satisfied. We weren't getting any of the real happiness. And we can use that recognition of what that was to like, boom, now it can actually make a fertile garden, because we can see it for what it was, you know, and start to be like, all right, now I need to start tilling this garden of my life and planting the right kind of seeds, you know, seeds for positivity, well-being, evolving myself. And those seeds are planted by actual actions, you know. It's not just a mental thing. You actually have to do things with your body that's going to be a follow through with those intentions.
But once you go out in nature also, and you start to play with the dirt and start doing a garden and planting stuff and growing food, and you look at the cucumber, I've said it often here, just look at the cucumber plant. Do you think it grows? You should see mine are tall. They're like at least 12 feet high, going high. Gosh. Yeah, they're wrapping on the cedar branches that
time
is
for pickles,
behind. Huh? Yeah, and it's growing tall, but they will not grow tall like this without help. They have to tie on to something.
Yeah.
The cucumber, they have little thing. It goes and wraps around, man, so tight and so strong. It can hold like 5-6 big cucumber on a little vine.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And they're heavy cucumbers. There's like in the melon family, that stuff. So they get heavy, they're full of water and stuff. So most plants, tomatoes will not grow without having help. A cage or something.
A little post or a pole to kind of wrap around. And that's like us. If we can wrap and center ourselves around the truth, around divine, then we can start to make that spiral upwards. And that's why we're here looking at this, right? Because this is all centered in like reality, real truth, divine things. So
it's like, man, it's necessary to do this, definitely, unless you want to stay in the secondary and tertiary. If it's your goal, it's okay. We are okay with that. It's just the earth's not okay, and you might reap what you sow one day, because you don't sow nothing, so you will reap nothing. So you want to reap something, start sowing the seed of greatness within you.
Yeah,
it's there. It's just waiting for you to put attention on it.
Yeah,
that's the next one.
Let's go.
That was great.
Yeah, that was nice. Attention. There are widespread notions that one owns their body, thoughts, emotions, cars, houses, etc., etc. But the truth is that one's attention is all one owns, and it should be used to focus on divine and its activities. This makes the attention pure, free, and undivided, the result of which is a permanent bliss state. The most fatal mistake in soul evolution a spiritual aspirant can do is to put one's precious attention on one's own self, as in body, thoughts, and feelings. Mirrors have to be discarded, both external and internal. This is completely opposite to what all the faulty systems have been deluding people with, telling them to self-reflect, focus/analyze their own physical responses, thoughts, feelings, basically getting them more and more entangled in the unfractal spiderweb of pain and unhappiness.
Yeah, the key, man. Attention. Attention. En français, it's the same thing. Same words, different. Attention, attention. Same word. It's just the pronunciation. I'm telling you, French and English is so close.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So many words are the same. Yeah. Notion. Same thing.
Right.
Like crazy, man. When you start, I'm sure by now you have catch some words that I'm saying sometime. You must catch some stuff that, hey, that sounds just
that's one.
pronunciation. Yeah. I'm sure you do. Là. Come on, we've been doing 64 episodes. You heard French from me, so you must start to learn a bit of French for sure. So attention. Il y a des notions répandues qu'un être possède son corps, ses pensées et ses émotions, ses voitures, ses maisons, etc., etc. Mais la vérité est que l'attention est tout ce qu'un être possède et cela devrait être utilisé pour se concentrer sur le divin et ses activités. Cela rend l'attention pure, libre et unie et résulte en un état de béatitude permanente. This is exactly what I was explaining before a bit with the door, the key door. L'erreur la plus fatale concernant l'évolution de l'âme qu'un aspirant spirituel peut faire est de porter sa précieuse attention sur soi-même. Exemple, les miroirs internes et externes du corps, des pensées et des sentiments doivent être abandonnés. C'est complètement opposé à tout ce que les systèmes défectueux ont fait croire aux gens en leur disant de réfléchir sur le soi, analyser, se concentrer sur leurs propres réponses physiques, leurs pensées, leurs sentiments, essentiellement les emmêler de plus en plus dans la toile d'araignée non fractale de la peine et de la tristesse. So yeah, attention is big. It's big. And where you put your attention will define your life, will define your whole life. Like you either distracted or on track. Like to higher and divine. Simple.
That's good.
And on track, there's no, you know where to put your attention. When you're distracted, you don't know where to put your attention. So you put your attention on all kinds of nonsense.
Yep.
It's called nonsense because they don't want you to feel your senses. Or just stay in the five senses. And even those are like destroyed all day long. Like what you look, what you taste, what you eat. You eat garbage. And even the garbage, I saw something the other day. I'm like, if that is really the case, people really eat garbage. Really, because apparently, anyway, I don't want to go too far with this, but I saw something pretty freaking shocking, and I wouldn't be surprised that they do recycle the garbage and make food with it. Pretty fucking sick. Well, anyway, so I don't want to go into this. It's not something I can verify and stuff, but it makes sense in the nonsense that that's what they would do. Come on. They want to feed us. They want us sick. They want to feed us garbage and shit. It's already garbage food, even if it's and especially when it's ultra processed. OMG.
Yeah.
Stay far from that.
Right.
There, it might not even be food anyway. So attention, that's the same thing with food. What kind of food you put your attention to? So everything will be defined in your life by your level of attention on higher and divine. Are you capable to, and that with your thoughts also, your emotion, and it's got to be selfless service to humanity. That's hard. That's the hard part, because that's what he's talking about here. Let go of the self and all your trauma and stop focusing on you. The world doesn't revolve around you. I have news today. It doesn't revolve around you.
Right.
So stop focusing on all your fault and your pains and your sorrows and all that shit. Jah, or the divine, will wash away all this. All your sins, all your troubles, it will be washed away. I'm telling you, I know by experience. Again, not talking about stuff I don't know here. Never. It's stuff I know in my heart that I come and share. Anyway, so you're at, I know that definitely, so that's why I say it. But l'attention pure, libre et unie résulte en un état de béatitude permanente. That's what I was explaining before. It's the key to permanent happiness and joy and full joy, and there won't be a moment in your life where you will not feel the happiness. It's not going to be a fleeting moment of happiness because you're doing a Costco trip and you bring all kinds of stuff and goodies home. That's all nonsense, fleeting happiness.
Yeah.
That's not real. The real happiness is something much higher and divine than what we all have experienced here on this earth in this matrix,
Mhm.
patrix, call it the way you want.
Yeah.
This shitstem out there that
Mhm.
is killing us every day, day by day, more and more, making us more dead, going more anti-life day by day. And I'm supposed to say nothing. I see it. I
Uh-huh.
see it. So I'm gonna speak not against it because I'm not against anything, but I'm gonna speak out about it because
Mhm.
exactly my attention is on something else than praising an evil system. My attention is on higher and divine, praising higher and divine. And definitely this is just the beginning because I'm just like really, really starting to put my attention where it should be.
Yeah.
Because I we're always even me, you see me here on the Truman Show and stuff, but sometimes I have tendency to be distracted because there's so much distraction in this world. So
Hmm.
it's either on the phone or wherever you put your attention that it shouldn't be where it should be.
Yeah.
You're distracted. That's the evil within taking over, the anti-life taking over.
Hmm.
So put your attention on life, on everything that is alive, on life, on nature, on others being that have done more work than you, like PT. You can learn so much just by observing what he does. And I'm not saying to become him. You are you.
Right.
You are you. But PT is there to teach. Like I'm there to teach, and Frank's there to teach. And we're
Hmm.
trying all together to shine light on this earth because we see the darkness. We've been through it. To, we have experienced it. So
Yeah.
we can talk and put our attention exactly not on me, like, but this is the hard part I was saying before. This is going to become selfless service to humanity, and that's the hard part because it will not be instant gratification like your paycheck when you go to work.
Hmm.
So often it's delay gratification. So you will do stuff in the moment that's really trigger questioning within you if you're doing the right thing or not, because
Hmm.
now you're going selfless service and you always been programmed into your ego and nonsense and stuff that it's you should have deserved the attention. We're programmed that we deserve attention.
Right.
So all this is so wrong because I'm not even here.
Hmm.
I'm not even here. Like you see me here, but I'm just a passage here on earth. Like for such
Right.
a small amount of time too.
Uh,
Like
yeah.
such a small amount of time. People do not realize also how fast. When you start to realize that life goes fast and when you start to do something with life. Like
Hmm.
I said to Kim the other day, I said, I'm going to need 3 lifetimes to do everything I want to do on earth. I feel like I'm running out of time. But
Uh,
that's what it is because now I want to do so much with life and for life
right.
that I'm not stuck in boredom, hell,
Mm.
matrix, nonsense, watching TV and hearing all kinds of nonsense on the radio and blah, 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 all the verbal diarrhea you hear
Mhm.
from mothers because they want to keep you locked into your dead state because they are dead themselves. They cannot see you rising from the dead. So
Right.
let's make him more dead. We're gonna so put your attention, stop putting your attention exactly on other imperfect beings. Put your whole attention on someone that have done the work, or on the sun and the moon and the
Yeah.
sky and the
The
trees
nature, the
and
elements,
the
all.
rivers, the elements. If you don't think another being can teach you, well, look in nature, because that being that's trying to teach you went into a natural mode.
Hmm.
So anyway, I've said enough. Go on, Frank. Running out of
Yes,
breath.
yes. Attention is, I love this P log. I mean, it's like so many that P just hits, he really like hits the nail on the head. Because yeah, we don't think about our attention as being, I mean, just like you were talking about our time, that is a currency. That is something that has been granted to us from divine,
Yeah.
and we never know what our time limit is. You don't know tomorrow. You don't, and like the P said this once with you, because you were asking him a interesting question and it sparked him, and he said, do you control your heartbeat? Do you know when it's going to work and when it's not going to work? You don't know. You don't know that. So that's only that's a little the sand going through the timer that you don't know. So now that we're here, okay, well, we know we have it right now, so we can start to utilize. So that time is a currency, and your attention is another currency. It's another current that you can direct your energy towards. So are you going to put your energy on things like, I mean, because of the modern day and age, if you ever go on social media and stuff, you'll see things that are obviously, like you said, nonsensical. And I was just flipping the other day, and it was, some thing of, I don't remember what it was. It was someone crashing something or someone doing something dumb. And then the person comes in and they say, okay, now that we're all going to hell together, what are you going to bring to the party or whatever? We're like, and so they're very blatant about how because the energy behind it was like, okay, you're sitting here and you're watching all these things that's just plunging your consciousness into a downward spiral, and they're trying to make a light of it, but like, no, come on, y'all, we can't accept that, we can't, like P says, decorate the prison. We can't become complacent. We can't be like, okay, we're all just, gonna burn together. No. We can actually start to use our time and our attention and put it on the actual proper things. Renaturalize ourselves, get ourselves in touch with that primordial force, and start to connect with these timeless things that actually, now that's going to send us like a firework up into a higher perspective, up into a higher vision. And then with that, that's what, we start gaining momentum, and we can have a better experience within ourselves and in our own lives. And then also, be something that other people can see and be like, okay, I'm sitting here treading water, or I'm drowning, or I'm sinking, or whatever. I need to do something to change. And so, where do you look? So that's, for me personally, like with some of my social media stuff, I really try to take the example of like what Pete's doing and show nature, show a positive experience that I'm having. Like, whoa, this is a cool thing. Like the other day I posted up some cool like lightning that I saw, or like recently there's been a lot of like late summer thunderstorms or rains that have happened, and I've had the opportunity to be able to see some really cool rainbows. So like I shared up some of that, like, hey, everybody, check out what's going on. I would much rather see that kind of stuff than seeing people hurt themselves, or seeing like, people can make fun of it.
Trying to influence others to hurt themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let me just think about like the amount of the videos and reels. It's just people pulling pranks on each other. They're just trying to trick each other. What a waste of time, it takes some type of like, like thinking of a trick or writing a joke or something like that. So there's some effort that goes into it, but actually you can use that energy, that attention, that time, and that effort to actually put it towards something that's going to be useful, helpful for your own self and the people here. So like P says,
that's why the essential reason why there's so much distraction and nonsense like this is to waste your time.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why you go out and waste your money also. This is the same thing. If you waste your money on stupid nonsense shit, you have wasted your time.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You work for that money, or unless you rob it in a bank. But most people work to earn their living. Well, if you spend it on nonsensical freaking material nonsense, or whatever, bad food or something that doesn't support your evolution, you just wasted your time.
Exactly. And that's the real prank, or the real like harsh joke that you're playing on yourself. you know, and it
Phone
takes
yourself.
it takes a little bit of time to start to realize what you're doing. So, we need to put an end to that. If we actually want positivity, if we want happiness, if we want to be connected with something more meaningful and purposeful, then we have to put an end to that nonsense. And we've gotten ourselves through so many different choices and situations into kind of a groove. We've gotten into a habit of doing certain things. So it's not going to stop overnight, but we can start taking the steps that's going to dig out the root of nonsensical behaviors and thoughts and things and actions. And we can start planting those seeds of actually doing the right thing, actually connecting with the earth, actually feeding yourself something that's going to nourish your body, actually speaking things that are positive, speaking praises to nature and divine, speaking your gratitudes to the earth and to the elements for supporting this body that you've been given while you have this existence on earth. So these kind of things are the proper things that are going to start to, the flowers are going to start to take over and bloom, and all of the things that are the thorns and the pokies and the whatever, they're going to start to go down the more that you
And a fertile ground will grow beautiful flowers and stuff. And it's hard to grow flowers. I don't know if you have experienced it. I did. It's not always easy to grow flowers, like especially the echinacea, like all those beautiful exotic flowers out there. Just go try to grow them.
It
So
takes
you
work.
need, it takes a lot of work, man, and you need a very good and fertile soil. So it's the same thing with your mind. If you have a fertile mind, a fertile brain, you will grow beautiful flowers, and it will be like so beautiful. That's why the beauty, it's good like there's all kinds of beautiful girls outside, but I don't really look on the outside because it's very filthy often on the inside. Often people have filth, so you can be the most beautiful, gorgeous girl in the world, but you have no vibe, or you're fucking dead vibe, or like you don't, you're a muggle with no magic. That's not attractive to me. Like I prefer meet someone that is very natural, like Kim, very natural, but very aware, very she's not on TV and shit like that. So, we kind of have a great relationship because we're capable to explore the light together, not just the dark. Like many couples, they get together, but all they experience together is darkness. It's darkness, and they don't even know it. That's the tricky trick that those deceivers are playing on humanity. Is you're blind to pretty much everything. So they put blinders, and not even blinders. They cover your eyes with dark goggles, dark glasses, so you can't even see nature for what it is. Most people have those dark goggles on their face, and they're like, they think it's cool, but that's what we did in our world, in our anti-life world we live in. We have built is that we go so much against life, and we think it's cool to go against life because the sunglasses and the shade. Like yesterday, I was looking at the carnival in England. Some kind of, one of my friend on Facebook was sharing that. I was gonna comment: is that the Walking Dead movie I'm watching now? Like a carnival, all kinds of muggles with their dark shades, and like we think it's cool to celebrate carnival. Like we're gone to that stage. Look at the word carnival. So they will trick all the words like that. Like we said, devil up. Yeah, you want to develop a plan. Yeah, you are developing a plan. Yeah, all right. Why don't you divine up a plan for higher and divine instead of developing a plan for Satan? Because that's what we're doing. We're just encouraging, and that's why I was debating also the other day with Kim if evil was real and God was real, and if God is real, then evil has to be real. Like it's not something that really exists because it's something man-made evil, but we have made it so alive that now we're even doing evil rituals for them, and
Yeah.
giving energy to that shitstem, that evil shitstem we live in, just
Mhm.
because we don't know anything else and we think it's cool. Like
Yeah.
all those anti-life stance you take, it's all going against you and against everything in the earth. Like
Mhm.
we don't realize at what point we are the cancer of this earth altogether
Yeah.
in our abyss of unawareness. It's crazy. Once you start seeing it, OMG, it's something.
Yeah.
The most obvious thing, unless you want to add something, Frank, but
Yeah.
maybe we
No.
can do one more before
Yeah.
we.
Yeah. I think the most obvious thing we'll end with that, but
We're still gonna be here probably at Christmas, like I said.
yeah,
Christmas.
exactly. Yeah,
But,
we're putting along, but you still got
yeah,
some to go. But we've really, I mean, it's amazing how far we only have this
yeah,
to finish, so it's pretty amazing. Yeah,
we did
so
all
cool.
this.
I
Now
know,
we have this,
really
so
fun.
that's good.
So yeah, we'll
It's
move.
fun. It's fun anyway. I love doing this with you. It's
Me too. Yeah, this is
yeah, it's fun.
highlight.
I'm gonna miss it also when we stop. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna get back
Right.
to you probably a month after. Hey, bro, you want to do something else?
Yeah, we'll find there's always, like you said, there's once you start the path of evolving, you never bored. There's always something to explore. There's always something to divine up and
Yeah.
work on. So
Maybe we can do something about astrology and celestial bodies and something like that.
oh yeah. Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see. We'll see if I'm ready to dive that
Uh-huh.
deep also, but it attracts me a lot to talk about it. So maybe
Totally.
something we'll come up with something. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. So the most obvious thing. Tell us, Frank, what it is.
Yes. Here we go. The most obvious thing. People seem perennially confused about how their self will improve, and most try to improve it by putting focus/attention on the self. But that obviously never works, and all they end up with is frustration. Self can only improve when one can put focus and attention on on the most obvious thing, and that is the blaring, shining highness of higher and divine. Only that awareness and holding that awareness second to second can raise one higher.
Well, there's a word there in French. Okay, Tony. Oh, that's a big word. Euh, la chose la plus évidente. La chose la plus évidente, les gens semblent constamment confus concernant comment ils vont évoluer. Et la plupart essaient d'évoluer en plaçant leur attention, concentration sur eux-mêmes. Mais cela ne fonctionne jamais. Évidemment, jamais. If not, the world would have changed by now. So.
Yep.
Et tout ce que... Et tout ce avec quoi ils finissent, c'est de la frustration. Sometime in French, it's a bit tricky to read. I'm going both languages here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I gotta switch my brain to French and stuff. So, OK. So, le souhait peut seulement évoluer quand un être peut placer son attention, sa concentration sur la chose la plus évidente. C'est la supériorité brillante, tonitruante. That's the word I was looking at before. C'est la supériorité brillante, tonitruante du supérieur et du divin. Seulement cette conscience et le maintien de cette conscience, seconde après seconde, peut élever un être plus haut. I like when he says seconde après seconde because that's a permanent thing. You will not, once you realize all this nonsensical stuff out there, I was going to say bullshit, but it's not really a nice word. But stuff out there, once you realize all the nonsense stuff, you will never want to be associated with it.
Yeah.
You will want to love yourself with something higher and divine. There is something in this world, like what we're here to pay bills, go work, pay bills, and die. That's life. Because that's a life for most. Like they do never explore the divine within or the truth, or always, stuck into the living the lie. That's the case for most until they end up. But they're living dead, but they have a sarcophagus as their home. Like we said it before. Like it's not because, and you have everything for your dead state in this world while you're alive. Like your car, you don't move with your car. You just sit and press the gas and get fat. That's all you do. And often you go eat bad food in your car because you want to get fatter. So just get out of this realm of negativity. It's all very negative, and it's very evident. It's going to be evident that there is something higher than this to be explored and to embrace than darkness and anti-life. And once you realize it, like I said, you are a being like me. Why would you want to be dead? If you are aware that you are living dead, would you want to put your soul on fire? Like there is something within you that needs to be ignited, that it's dormant. So, and that's the divine within. That's the divine within. It will transform your life. Probably if you're fat, it will transform you to a thinner person because you will realize that being overweight is not great. I'm not judging anyone here. I am myself overweight. Look, I probably 230 by now, but I do a lot of biking, so maybe I went down to 220. Yeah. But no, I am overweight myself. I have weight to lose, but by saying it here, it's encouraging me to I don't like that word. It's pushing me. It's pushing because courage, coup is neck and rage. So we say we have rage. Yeah, you have rage in the neck. So you want to say that? Because the coup is the neck in French.
Right. That's interesting.
Courage, encouragement, all these courage. Be courageous. Why would I be courageous? Why should I be in fear in the first place? Like it's so nonsense to just live in fear. So I don't need to be courageous. I have everything that I need to face reality. So courageous. What is that? Like anyway. So la chose la plus évidente est de put your attention on something superior, something omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Like you're gonna start feeling it. It's omnipresent. It's everywhere. It knows everything, it sees everything, and it's everywhere. So once you start feeling that, you start guiding your life into something else than just anti-life, and because now you are taking an anti-life stance against divine. It's something it's something that no one in their straight mind would want to do, because we're just captive of those evil forces, even minion, whatever whatever the forces that be in this world. I don't know who it is and what it is, and it's about you. It's about me changing first. So once we start being the change, it's gonna have a ripple effect, and it's not everyone in this world that will wake up. Maybe that's the name of the game. Maybe we come here. This is just a game, and the game is awareness. Right. Can you divine up awareness while you're on Earth? Maybe that's the whole game. And if you're capable to see through the veil, through the bullshit of what they give you, you're on the road to higher and divine. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe now you become a chosen one, or you become an enlightened being or something. But the light is in each and every one of us. Imagine if we all shine light, if we all into real divine, true divine love and stuff. Oh wow! There will be no clouds in the sky. Yeah, like there would be big blue sky all the time, everywhere. No disaster, nothing. Right. Because now we would commend the earth all together to support us, not just being supported by an evil system, which we all associate with. Love yourself with iron divine. Put all your focus and attention on love, real genuine love, not love for another imperfect beings or an animal. But an animal is perfect, so you can put your love onto your dog. I put my whole love. I give my dog so much kisses, it's sick. Sometimes she must be very fed up of me always hugging her. But man, animals deserve the most highest treatment on earth. They should be like divinely treated and embraced, and all animals, because they have perfect frontal, perfect coherence. A bird is a bird. A human is not a human. We are the most intelligent form being on earth, but we can also be the dumbest. It's crazy, man. We can also be the dumbest of this earth, but we can also be at the top of Jah creation. That's crazy, because some people are really, really been transformed into dumbified robots. It's sick out there.
Yeah.
It's Twilight Zone for me every time I go out. But in this world, it's even worse than a movie. It is scripted, yeah, but it's beyond the script. It's like, anyway, the script is just the surface. What's going on beyond the script, you don't even want to know, my friend. It's so dark, so cynical, so evil. And anti-life, you don't even want to know about it, honestly. It's not my thing to really dive that deep into the dark stuff. I prefer embrace the light because that's the evident thing to do for me, love and light. Frank, give me your... My God, I have lots of... speak a lot today.
Right? Lots of
I'm inspired, so it comes out. And it's it's like those guys. I asked Blee, I said, when you must have a notebook or something, you must carry something with all that songs you write and stuff. So no, I just do it on the moment. The inspiration come and I do it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great.
And that's why he said also, if you have to perform on stage these songs, can you? He said, oh, I would have to study them.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Because it's in the moment. It's like me, you ask me to repeat the stuff I said here today. I would have to study it.
Right.
It just comes on the moment and stuff. So, Frank, tell me about la chose la plus évidente, the most obvious thing.
Most obvious thing, yeah. But when we put our attention on these things, truth, it definitely inspires. It evokes words. It makes us want to celebrate, or make it known, and just like it's an effervescent type of energy, and just bubbles and makes things go up whenever we put our attention and our energy on the truth, those things which are timeless, the things which are always going to be, and that is and like you said, real love, care and concern for the self, and how do we connect ourselves with divine and nature, and that really just starts to make things.
When you shake a bottle of champagne, it pops, but that's how you're gonna feel. That's how you're gonna feel once you're out of your darkness. You're gonna pop like a bottle of champagne.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like P is saying here, people seem perennially confused about how their self will improve, and most try to improve it by putting attention and focus on the self. All you end up with is frustration, because you can't. It's like, instead of receiving the rays of the sun, you're holding up a mirror in between you and the sun, and you can't receive, because what? You yourself are an imperfect being. Maybe you've reached a certain level, but even you only reach that level by being able to observe and take in and learn from something that was more connected than you, and that's why there are heroes. That's why there are leaders, real leaders, not misleaders, but that's why we can look to a being or people or facets of nature and the cosmos. We can look to those things, see, observe, find out things about how divine works, how nature works, how people can function in a way that's actually going to be connected with the truth, and going to be divine upping some real positive qualities. And these type of these type of things. This is how you work to improve the self. You find a leader, you find a guru, you find something that's going to actually be able to give you some tactics, some techniques, some ways that you can work with your own self. Because in the end of the day, it just comes down to you. What are you doing? What type of actions are you taking? And you're taking those actions because you got influenced by something, by someone. Now, are you going to take the influence of the beings with the mask and the goggles over their eyes that don't know anything? Because when you can actually see what's actually going on, you can have two choices. You could say, I want to be a being that's like this, or I want to be a being that's like that. And you can see one, it's healthy, it's vibrant. If you saw the energetic, blueprint of it, you would see all types of wonderful things undulating, and the chakras are blooming and all these kind of. And then you see, or it could be like this, and if you could actually see what it is for real and not just the makeup and the paint on the outside, you would see that it's withering and it's wilting and the energy is low and the confusion is like imminent, So if you really could see what is what, then you could say, I want to go toward the thing that's going to be, vibrant, effervescent. I want to go toward the thing that's going to be fractal and spiraling upward,
You start making a transition,
Yes.
You transit towards something better for you in your life. And you start realizing that the world doesn't revolve around you, because in your Babylon matrix ego default state, you might not think that the world revolves around you, but your action proves that you think that the world revolves around you. But you should be of selfless service to humanity. And that's why I did all that music. It
Right.
kind of took a chunk in my bank account. I cannot lie. Okay?
Right.
I'm not going to lie here. Okay? But I do it for humanity. And that was a test for me that maybe the divine gave me, or that I put to myself, see if I could be of selfless service and take a big chunk and give it away. So I think I passed the test. So now, that's it. I think it's really of being of selfless service, and that the music we make is not necessarily for me. Yeah, I love music. I love to prepare it and organize it and stuff. But it's for the people of the world, just like an apple tree give apple. And I want to uplift humanity. And I know music is a great way to uplift our minds. So definitely, as long as you uplift, as long as you walk towards upliftment and progress, and it's in your craft and it's within you, and that's where you put your attention to, what can stop you? I would like to know, because you're here for that. You're here to be uplifted. You're here to lift the veil. The veil. There's a veil. Some, it might be a very thick veil. Others, it's very thin, because you had the sense from a young age that there was something wrong in this world. And when you entered the classroom and you saw that big blue ball on the desk, you were on shock, like me. Like I remember, young, questioning some stuff, but I buried it within myself because of peer pressure and stuff.
Exactly.
But exactly when you enter a classroom in second, third grade, that what is this? What is that ball? And not only that, they give you an access to it. Like I said the other day, how do you want to tilt a ball? Like, what, think I'm dumb? What? Yeah, that's what they think. So they do, anyway, it's crazy. So once you start exactly, I don't know where I was going with this. I'm talking about the blue ball again. But
Right.
It's such an obvious thing, man, that they make fun of us so much and people are so blind to it. Yeah. And that's the evil trick. That's the Joker trick on you, that they play like black magic in front of your face, like sending freaking card to space. You think I'm freaking stupid or what?
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy, that shit, but people believe that, man.
It's
they buy it.
Emperor wears no clothes type of situation,
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
And it's terrible. But the good news is, once you start, like we say all the time here, putting your attention elsewhere than even talking about them. That's why I don't come here always talking about Elon Musk and his nonsense and the government, and there's all kinds of stuff in the rabbit hole, banking system. And I'm gonna talk about light and love. I'm gonna bring happiness and light to the table. Okay, which probably you have never seen much in your life. If you're honest, you probably never really experienced true love and light. Never been loved. You have never loved in your default state. So start exploring what love is. Maybe it's, anyway, I don't even know why I'm talking. That was you talking before. You gave me the mic, man. I can talk like this alone too on the screen. I'll do it soon when the winter comes. I'll come here alone.
Nice. but
no, go, Frank. You were
Yeah,
talking
and
about
we'll just
something. I
to kind
kinda
of
cut
like
you off or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
so all good. Just to finalize this with the most obvious thing, I mean, like P says, holding that awareness second to second. We have to be continuous, So we have to. That's that continuity. We have to keep continually come back to the center.
Beast mode.
Exactly, beast mode. Yes,
beast mode.
And we have to do that work, and it when you start to actually do it, you'll notice, you'll notice. And then if you start to do the work and maybe life gets in the way and you're faced with challenges of continuity and you kind of don't do it as much, you'll notice then too, how my life is more difficult if we actually aren't doing the work to center ourselves and to, because if you fall off and you let go of like a cleaner diet, you'll feel it in your body, how you feel more sluggish, or you feel like your digestion is not working as good. So just in the same way, if we start slacking off or getting like not being able to be consistent with working on the right kind of speech, or making time to connect with nature, we'll notice different things in our life kind of start to spiral out, and they're not.
And we have to change the speech also. Often we say, I don't have time for this, don't have time for this, don't have time, and I have no time.
Make the time.
Make the time. Change the flip the script.
Right.
Flip a script. Cheer up. Cheer up. Flip a script.
Frank. Write it in your schedule. Make a block for it,
Great. So that was it for today, I think, Frank.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be forward again next Moon Day. We come on Moon Day. I like to come on Moon Day also, but again, we got to take it for what it signifies. We're in the nonsense time construct here.
Right.
You tell me a Monday, Moon Day, Monday. I'm not even sure of that. But anyway, we'll just take it as all together. We say it's Moon Day. And Truman come on Moon Day, because Truman is the moon.
Right.
True emotions that you see from me and Frank here. Exactly. That's why maybe we come on Moon Day. But for what it signifies, man, I don't know. They like to keep us locked into that time thing so much, just so. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's what also makes us so bored and stuff. It's always in that time frame thing. Anyway, so be timeless. Yeah, timeless. Like the earth is shapeless. Like you're limitless. Like, yeah. And you're blessed if you want to be less evil.
Yes.
Boom. We're out. See ya, peeps. And take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Exercise. Go outside. Breathe some fresh air. It's good for you.
Practice the primaries.
Practice the primaries. Focus on the basic. It's just that might take you a lifetime. Now you might need another lifetime to maybe go higher in the stars and stuff, but focus on this lifetime, on this day, today.
Whatever it takes. You got to start somewhere,
Whatever it takes, we will get there. Statade did a song. Whatever it takes, Janik will be there. Yeah, whatever it takes, man. Go at it, and
that's right.
We can make it. We can make it. That I know, but it's gonna be a long road to higher and divine, definitely. But if you're willing to do the work, each and every second of your life, that's where you will feel also that the time flies very fast. And then you start to putting attention and doing really something valuable with your time.
It's a joyful walk.
Joyful. So I'm out. You're out. And we will be forward again next Monday. Boom. See ya.
Peace.
Peace.